All I got is a total. Do I need individual items here? Hey guys, I'm Jerusha and you're watching Jerusha Couture TV. Straight into it today. People are not happy, okay? Not happy. It is a really big blow. We're here to go over it. You can see that the title of this video is response video. It is in response to my two very gorgeous girlfriends, Melinda and Linda, two separate names. I will leave their channels below. They have both done a topical video on this price increase from Louis Vuitton that just happened. Not even 3 days ago. They have all different points. They are such great videos, so I will link to those two below. They are the two that I interacted with and commented on. I heard a few others, or I got questions from a few others. I'm looking down at a receipt to a haul that is coming prior to the increase, which is kind of a good thing, except I kind of don't want to give away what I picked up. I do have a vlog coming from then. It was a couple of weeks ago now, but it's kind of handy because I can refer back like myself without trying to tell you what I got. I felt that this sweater was appropriate. However, I need you to know the dedication that I have to these videos because we're in the depths of summer here in Australia. If you don't know how hot that is, we are dead desert. It is so hot and this house is like minus whatever. AC is pumping because I'm sitting here in a sweater above all of these lights and it's just too much. But it's too cute, right? I will link to it below. I saw it on The Real Housewives on Heather. She was wearing it on Salt Lake City. Shout out to all my subbies in Salt Lake City. I love that. Real Housewives on Bravo. Is there a human in my house? Wally! Am I being robbed or are you... He's crawling as yeah. What? I cannot leave this in. There might have to be bloopers. Okay, so I've got points. We're going to go over it. I did get DMs in direct questions. We're going to start off a little negative, but that's fun. The first thing I do want to say is we obviously get a heap of hate and hate comments and the gossip sites go crazy. That's great. Who cares anymore after this long? I don't care. The point is the topic of what we do as YouTubers or bloggers or luxury bloggers. This is really, really expensive. Shit, okay? Really expensive. To the point where people are like, what? What is that kind of money? I don't understand. So, disclaimer, to either come on here or any of us come on here and dialogue about it, it's not complaining. No one is complaining that a purse went up $500 and people are out there like, $500? That's what it went up by, so now it's $3,500. Do you even understand the logic of the money you're talking about? Yes. However, you've clicked on those videos, you follow these luxury YouTubers, us, me. I'm talking out of context. So obviously the nature of it is that it's very expensive. So therefore we get hate. That's great. The first comment back I got or I read on one of the blogs was, if you have to ask how much it is, you can't afford it. That is probably one of the #1 things I get called. I show vlogs, so I get called like, you know, a bogan luxe mum and all that crap on the gossip sites. That's fine. The point of why I'm sharing it with you is because it's really important to know the percentages. So, whatever her name is, Cristiano Ronaldo's wife, okay? The most glamorous wife of the most successful footballer in the entire world, okay? The richest, most followed man, whatever. This woman can walk in, she's offered Birkins, Kellys, everything she wants. She can have any Louis Vuitton, anything, it's ordered, her stylist gets it, it comes in. Fine. She doesn't look at the price tag. not a problem. That is 0.00000% of the entire population of the planet who shops and is in this category to afford luxury. Point nothing, okay? And that is the same with the 1% category of the world that shops luxury, who are your elite wealthy people who have stylists that shop for them. They don't look at the price tag. Great. But if you look at the demographic and the percentages and the size of these companies, those point whatever percents and those 1% of the top tier of elite wealth, supreme wealth, is really small. So even though they're selling luxury, which is what they're doing, they're selling a creme de la creme, I want to save, it's out of my reach. They're selling the want, they're selling the beauty, they're selling the luxury of the item. So the rarity of it or things like that. However, that rarity and that small percentage is not what makes these huge houses money, okay? We are who make these houses money. In a way, they are selling you the pyramid scheme. They're selling you that it's the top of the tier to buy a luxury handbag from Louis Vuitton. However, they need the masses to want to purchase, to save, to purchase these items. They're shoppers from the US, they're shoppers from China, the huge exclusive groups in Hong Kong who want to own a Speedy 25, who want to own a Keepall. They need those masses, us, to want to save, to own, because we are the biggest percentage that make them money, not those top tiers. So to any haters who say if you have to look at the price tag you can't afford it, and if you have to look at the price tag, who cares about price increases, then it's out of your budget, then you can just take a seat. How these conglomerates actually run is that obviously it is your house. So you have LVMH, which is the house, and it owns, you know, multiple design labels. You guys know this, it's not new information. But as that trickles down, this mass quantity is what you want down here. So your customer that can afford, you know, a Fendi t-shirt or a pair of sneakers, as that trickles down, that is what keeps the house going. So in retrospect, for us to come on here and complain, my first point is that we have a voice and we're allowed to, because we are actually the most important customer to these houses. Okay, this is definitely a question that I have to pull up. It's not in necessarily categorical order of what I want to talk about, but one of the main questions is that I got asked by a subbie, is it a push from luxury YouTubers or the luxury world in the idea that something is limited, or canvas is being discontinued, or, you know, monogram is so sought after, or a mini pochette is so sought after, therefore. I do believe that we have influence. I do believe that, you know, when you look at these views on these videos and you look at the followers on all of these luxury bloggers, yes, it's a huge amount of people, and yes, their word of mouth to their friends and family kicks on and carries on and moves on and goes on. Whether those people follow us or not, the word gets spread, it's word of mouth, so on and so forth. Do we cause a movement to have canvas be unavailable? That's kind of like, you know, brushing our shoulder, but I think word of mouth really encourages purchases like that. So what do I have here as an example? Hold. I can show eye candy. Linda and Melinda show great eye candy, and I have this as an example. I think it came up maybe with one of my personal shoppers. I don't even know if I got this from the boutique. Okay, perfect example. Case in point. This is the Toiletry 15 in monogram, and I guess I'm specifically talking about monogram because it's your classic. So it came back around really quite hard, maybe from 6 years ago, but this is kind of case in point. This is such a sought after item, and the 19 and the 26, the three of them in the toiletry line, if you know it, is very sought after. Why? Because we pushed it? Yes, no, maybe, not quite sure. However, the question asked by my subby is, why does everyone keep saying for canvas? And that is such a really important thing. If you're just starting into luxury and you're just starting into LV at whatever age, at whatever stage in life, if you're just starting into Louis Vuitton, let's say, let's keep it in the topic, you're like hearing these technical terms, vachetta, monogram canvas, you're hearing these terms and you're like, what are these people talking about? What does it mean by for a price for canvas? This is not leather. Okay, this is a fibrous man-made material. So it is coated on the inside with leather. Some of them, mini pochettes, aren't. They're fabric on the inside. Some of them are coated with leather, which is an animal. We know what leather is. Which in desired effect with, I'm doing this a lot because it's a generalization, but desired effect in luxury is to have leather. So a full leather bag is the most luxurious thing you can have, right? This isn't leather. It is canvas. It's man-made. I remember someone way back when saying, a hater saying like, oh my God, you're paying that kind of money for a paper bag. Because it's like, as you know, a canvas bag, like a tote, a shopping bag that you'd get from like the grocery store. That's what this is. Then they screen print over the top of it. It's coated, so it's coated in almost like a plastic, and then it's sealed with a resin. So that's what we call glazing, which the toiletry is all folded and stitched, but there's the red glazing on the side of the vachette leather. So this is the raw cowhide leather. That's what that means. So essentially, if something is so expensive, you would think it's full leather to be luxurious. That is why so many of the girls are saying, oh my gosh, now that this toiletry is, I think it's something like gone up to something like 700 odd US dollars or something crazy like that. But for canvas, and it's not full leather, that's expensive. Because in the genre of luxury, leather is meant to be categorized as more expensive because it's an animal. Sounds gross. If that makes sense. Does that make sense? I really hope that answered your question. To my subby that asked me, they didn't understand the canvas question. Okay, so in closing, I am going to give you my opinion and what I will personally do. Even though we all know this is how I started my channel, Louis Vuitton is how I started my luxury addiction as a fashion designer. I studied it in fashion college. I studied it for my major. I majored in the house of LVMH. So the absolute awe as a fashion designer, like just looking up and praising them. I was also young, okay? I was also 18, but just looking up and praising them as an institution and how they formatted it, and again the pyramid scheme and how it trickles down, and as a company and as an entrepreneur like I am in business, the business side of it sucked me in. And then the canvas curse and all of that we say, it's true. You get addicted whether you like it or not. It's an addiction. You want them to match. You want all the same sizes. You want to look at the zippers. You want to look at the vachetta. Oh my God, I'm going to leave him below. Shout out to Connor. He is so funny. He is so funny. He's on Instagram and he does the best reels of impressions of luxury YouTubers. It is hilarious because it's exactly how stupid we all are. I can't look, I'm true blue, okay? I'm Aussie, I can't help it. He is too, so I'm gonna leave his Instagram below because he's hilarious. But I just want to give you, the girls showed so many examples and changes. Please check out their videos of prices, and I'm gonna do an absolute botch job of that. They did a far better job than me, but I did pull it up in US and in Euro and in Aussie dollars to just do a quick sum of the actual item because I wanted it, okay? I stalled on it and I wanted it and I held, and now I've got to pay for that. So I have mentioned before, did I do a luxury wish list for this year? I don't think so. But I do want to get the Montaigne back in my collection, but in the BB size. So the Montaigne BB, okay? It was, I think everything went up by 10 to 15%, right? So it was $3,750, I think. It is now $4,000, okay? For canvas. Yes, it is microfiber lined, it is beautiful, it has a lock, it is just gorgeous. $4,000 for the BB. It hits hard, it hits different, and so many people will be like, it's only $100 and something more, it's only $200 and something more for that amount of money. Sure, that's true. I agree with that. You should probably be able to swallow it. If you're going to pay that much, who cares if it just, because it changed over a numeral, so if it was like 3, now it's 4, it's almost like a trick to your eyes. No, it's going, what I was saving for, now it tips over the edge of my saving. Do you know what that means? Do you understand that kind of pain? So in euros, just to compare, that Montaigne BB is now 2,050, and in US dollars it is 2,780, and I assume that's before tax. So that's giving you the rundown on the Montaigne BB price-wise for me. My opinion, will I still buy it? Yes, I will still buy the Montaigne BB. Matter of fact, Lucia got me one. On top of that, Lucia got me a Pochette Matisse in monogram, because I sold mine to a subbie right before this price increase, and it was based around vachette, turning, patinaing, blah blah blah. I said that in one of my last videos. But will I still pay with the price increase for that Pochette Matisse? Yes, because I love the bag. Will I pay $4,000 for the Montaigne BB? Yes, because I love the bag. Yes, because it's also what I do, and it is my job as such. I am a luxury fashion blogger, I am a luxury YouTuber, a social media personality, an influencer, whatever our topical name is, that is what I do. So for me, Jerusha personally, yes, I will still buy it. You will still see me do unboxings, whether it was the before price, which is sitting here, or the new price if my SA ships it into me, right? And I've paid the newer price for it. That is Jerusha. The answer is yes, I will still shop Louis Vuitton. Do I think it's fair? In closing, absolutely not. No. And this is the reason why. Louis Vuitton specifically, Chanel is out of the ballpark. We're not talking about Chanel. We're talking about Vuitton, and mostly items that are, you know, more attainable, more in a category that $300, $400, $500, my, you know, 18-year-old niece can save up for it, because she has wanted this toiletry for a year. Okay, so she saved up out of her job, she goes to school and uni, and she saved up. She has wanted this, but where is this? It's not available, okay? So I feel like it's such a cheat with Vuitton. Yes, I know Chanel and Hermes do the same thing in the sense of unavailable and limitations and you can't get it. That's right. But I feel like they do it and then they price increase maybe after a collection. Vuitton have not only had so many close price increases, fine. What for? I also got asked that question in a DM from one of my subbies. What for? Why they're doing it? Everything. There was a massive, there still is a massive, it's going to be like 3.5-year pandemic, okay? Resources, fabrications, transport, importing, all of it. Every business is hurting. Whether you think you are or not, you are. Because everybody is hurting. We never saw this coming. The planet has changed. Humankind has changed. We have to do things differently. Right. How do you pay for it? This is how you pay for it. That's fine. That is totally fine. I will pay my $4,000 for my Montaigne BB, and Sandy down the road can pay her $4,000 for her Montaigne BB if she wants to. However, when it was $3,750, Sandy was about to press add to cart or go and see her essay, but it's not available. That is my point, that it's not fair. It's like your hands are tied. Okay, I stop, I'll buy it, but it's not there to buy. And then it's increased on you and you have to save again. That is not fair. That is just like, what do they say? Like dangling, you know, dangling the fish or whatever they say. It's not ethically right in a retail. I have to keep saying this as a disclaimer, but if you're watching this video, you follow luxury, okay? I don't have to keep saying, like, you know, people are starving. Of course they are. But in a retail sense, it is not fair to say there's going to be a price increase in 4 days. It's significant, 10 to 15%. It's a significant price increase. Shop now. Oh wait, not available and never will be available, and your SA can't find it. So too bad. By the time it gets available, it's $4,000 for a Montaigne BB. Does that make sense? I know I'm ranting. It can be a rant, that's fine, because I want you to feel that I and these other luxury YouTubers understand, you know, we understand. And as for a viewer that's, like I said, my niece who's 18, 17, 18, and she's there like, I want to start my collection, mum bought me a handbag, you know, 2 years ago, I love it, I want matching purses. It hurts. This too is also perfect timing. I cannot, I cannot remember what I paid for this. I can tell you its current retail price, but this is a perfect time to tell you, and also tell you on YouTube, I have drawn my winner for my Nano Speedy giveaway. I drew it this morning on Instagram, which is where I was holding the giveaway. I didn't hold it on YouTube. For the Nano Speedy in monogram, Miss Hazel. Hi Hazel, my subby won it. She is ecstatic and over the moon. When I drew it, I was ecstatic and over the moon, like I was just screaming for her. I did get a comment saying, how can you give away a Nano Speedy in a time like this where there's like the biggest price increase? Because I can and I want to, and if I could give it all away to you guys, I would. I know the gossip sites have gone a little bit crazy about my giveaways, and that's fine. I don't care. You can think what you want about what we do this for, and you know, all different big luxe YouTubers doing giveaways and what we do them for, and they're in collaboration or they're gifted or whatever. You do you. I'm good about it, but at the end of the day, I'm honest and it is from me to you. But this now retails for, in Australia, if you can get it, which you can't, you could never find this bag, 1,960 Australian dollars. But there you go, Hazel. You have a little jewel. So in closing, not happy. No one's happy. I don't think anyone is happy about this. No one would be happy to pay more. However, I think, you know, this is another thing about LVMH, or Louis Vuitton mostly, is that they have had price decreases. So never, you know, never put that aside. They really have. Their prices have adjusted and come back down again. If they start to see their market is really disrupted because of this inflation, who knows? Maybe it might go back down again. But considering the climate in the resources and how they can't get their hands on things, like we just paid, we're renovating our house. If you don't follow my channel, this is a rental, but we just paid through the nose for tiles for the bathrooms, and they're going to take 14 weeks because there aren't any, and there aren't any onshore in Australia, and they aren't even really being made in Italy. So there you go. That's what's happening in the world. I hope my opinion on it and my response to the girls' videos and other videos that are out there is interesting, or maybe you picked up some points that they didn't say, or you know, whatnot. Leave me your thoughts in the comments below. Let's make it a discussion. That's what they did, and it's so interesting. If you haven't subscribed to my channel already, and we should do so, there is a button below. I would super appreciate that, guys. Go ahead and giving me a thumbs up on YouTube is really important now. It just shows them that we're in good standing and you like our content. I hope everybody is staying safe and doing well, and I'll see you in my next video. Take care. Peace.